Alright guys, hey there, thank you very much for jumping back into the stream. This is episode 3, and we're going to be focusing on infrastructure as well as expanding a little bit of the city that we have so far. So where we left off, we put a road in, upgraded it, brought it all the way up to here, expanded our neighborhood a tad bit. We finished up this road, getting it wrapped around. I think another thing we can do is build a little city inside of here. We also added our farm addition. So we have all of our farm area right here. And we're going to be expanding this neighborhood part a little bit over here depending on where that extra farmland is. And we'll bring a road up through here and probably connect these two and possibly even purchase this next tile. But as you can see down here, our residential, commercial, and industry has got a little bit of demand, so we're going to try and fulfill that so that way our city can continue to grow. First thing I wanted to look at for infrastructure is our roads, sitting at 86% traffic flow, which is very good. Looks like we got a little bit of busy roads right here, and this might be a four-way. It's looking like a two-way, so why don't we just go ahead, upgrade this really quick, get this a four-way all the way down there. And then we're also going to do the same thing to this road. Just so that way there's a little bit more room for traffic to flow through here. So that's all good. We don't need to worry about these side roads, because they don't really serve much of a purpose. And then we have our main road that winds all the way down through our city and connects to our roundabout that we will eventually bump up to a 4-lane one-way highway. However, with our little traffic mod over here, we already have it set for highway speeds. So there might not be a need. We'll take a look at that later on. But again, I want to see what the first thing we want to work on is. We can probably build up our residential a tad bit more. Let me take a look at this farm area. So we have some good farmland over here. Maybe we can, I don't know if I want to, let's see, it sounds like the neighbors are outside. I'm thinking that I want to make this, I know it's good farmland. I shouldn't waste it. We always can do some farmland over here, but I want this to be part of our city there. We can always do some logging later on. This might be a good amount. We can always drag this down a little bit further for our farmland and just take advantage of this land over here and use it for residential and a little bit of commercial. So I'm just going to bring these roads down a tad bit here, and I'm thinking that this is probably going to be a second main street running through this back area here. So maybe do something along the lines of that and maybe upgrade this road to a 6-lane as well as this main one right here. And then I don't know if I want to continue packing intersections in on here. We already got a bunch, so maybe we'll run our roads like this and then give these guys a way to get through in the center. Kind of make this like a little area like that. Give them a couple 2x2s or two lanes or two 20 oh my man, English is hard right now. 20 units of distance between these intersections, just so that way we don't continue to block up this road, because it's going to be very high traffic with these industries, and as we get them up, we're probably going to want to maybe even bring a highway through here, so that way all this traffic can just jump on the highway right away and not have to drive through our city. but I want to do a little bit of commercial in here so that way if people need to go shopping, they don't have to travel all the way across town to get to it. I'm thinking maybe something along the lines of, we can just do commercial along that back strip as well. Should be good. I'm gonna make sure we get our water situation figured out. Maybe run this one as close as we can to the border so that way we don't overlap too much. We got plenty of water right now. So we have that all put in there all nicely. And maybe we want to, we don't really have the money for it. So might have to take some houses out. But we'll have to get a little more, some utility buildings in over here. And man, people out there are crazy. We'll just shut the window because we don't want to listen to those people smoking a bunch of weed downstairs. So we'll just close the window so that way we don't have to listen to some people choking on smoke. Where did we leave off? I think I'm going to add another section to our farm here since we have good demand. And we'll hold off on this third one for right now. We'll see what happens with our city once we put this on our fast mode and just allow this to play out. Where you're making decent amount of power right now. We're making about 20 more than we're using, so that's good. Looks like this is all filling in nicely. Our demands are going down, so that's good. Get these people that want to move into the city moved in while they want to. See, traffic is nice and busy. I think that it would be kind of cool to get, I guess we could put, we don't really want to put a park in there, but some nice trees would be nice. Giant redwood number 1 and number 2. So let me put, couple of trees in there. We can do a couple of the others and then maybe put some. Oh, 5,500, look at that. We got a metro, which we'll probably want to use. Get a little bit of that infrastructure built up so that way people don't have to drive as much and they don't have to take the bus as often either, which would be good. We got a bunch of city planners. Good to go. High density, commercial, residential, and office is good. Incendiary plants, universities, toll booths. We got a couple workshop items that we unlocked. So we'll go ahead. What do we have here? We don't want to worry about this. So that's good. Put a couple more of these trees in here, and then maybe a couple of oak trees. I think a couple of oak trees would look nice. So what other trees do we have? What's this? Flowering tree? Got a couple. Got some of those. And we got a bunch of other things too. Maybe we'll just put in. Yeah, that's enough for trees. I think that looks good. Got some nice trees in there around our roundabout. Yeah, that'll be sufficient for now. Put this back on high demand. Looks like we're not getting enough workers to these farms. So we need to get more more people in here. So not enough workers. So let me go into our traffic. What's this, routes? Traffic routes. Looks like we have a bunch of trucks and pedestrians. So maybe it is private vehicles. Oh, those are... Oh, that's just like private guy in his car. He's driving all the way to work over here. So he just can't quite get there fast enough. We have some bus routes already set up. So what if we make, let's say we make another bus stop. And if we pick people up from here, bring them around right there, here as well, and once on the corner, have them stop at this one. We can skip that one, bring it right on back. So that might help out a little bit. Get out of there. We need to get a fire department. We can put a fire station. We've got a tile room to upgrade that road later. Got a nice little fire station up there. Looks like these guys might need a fire station. Might be okay for now, but these guys definitely need a fire station. So what about if... we won't worry about that right now. How's police looking? Police is looking good. And healthcare isn't the greatest, but it is decent. Maybe we can put in a nice little pharmacy right there. Help people stay healthy on this side of town. What do we have here? Crematorium and funeral parlor. Capacity 10,000. That seems a bit excessive. So maybe we won't use that because that kind of seems like cheating, and we don't want to cheat. Why would we cheat? Or do we want to cheat? Doctor's office? Yeah, we could put a doctor's office over here maybe. That looks like a nice spot for a doctor's office. So we go ahead, play this out, see if we can get... oh, and we're all running into an issue with our power system. So I was kind of thinking we don't really have a whole lot. Maybe we can stick a couple windmills up on this area over here. We get 3 of them. That looks good. We'll have to play this out, get a little bit of money, and we should be able to cross right through here and bring in some more power. Alright, so it looks like we're handling some of these, and as these bus stations bring in more people, they will begin to fill in these spots so that way they can work. And as they get the people in, you see they're dropping off people. We got a little bus stop right there. We got a guy waiting for the next bus to come around. A couple people got off. We're going to work. We have another bus station right there. People are getting into work, so that's good. That problem will fix itself. Don't have any issues up here on this side of town. Now the other thing that I was thinking about doing is raising this highway off the ground so that way we can fit roads underneath it, or we can just do overpasses onto it. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that, so maybe you guys can drop some comments and on what you'd want to see or what we should do on this overpass. Looks like our roundabout is getting tons of use. So that is just perfect. Let's get rid of that traffic light. These guys need to go everywhere they're going as fast as possible. They don't need to worry about some traffic. See, we can unload this landfill because we just want to get it empty. Move it out of the way so that way we can build this into more of our zone. Got a nice little parking garage right here towards our little area. Maybe I want to, maybe we can dump this area, bring in a little high density. See how well this works. Maybe do some high density right in here, and maybe even just a couple of office jobs in and around this area. We'll see how well that fills in here. Looks like we definitely need more residential area. So it's starting to get dark, and I'm not a big fan of constructing at night because I can't see the terrain very well. But we might have to. Looks like day's trying to come around. Maybe we could buy this tile right here. I eventually do want to try and work our way over to the ocean so that we can get some cargo lines. And we also need to find the rail system. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, there's a train right there. We get a little bit of train action coming up along the side of the mountain here. And it seems to curve off way over here. So we'll probably need to buy this tile, which will be great because I believe we have a big oil field right here. So we can get an oil field, bring in a line over here across a bridge, or even bring the train in over here. That would work out great. Oil over there as well. We could always connect a road from here to here. But for right now, I think that we're going to buy this tile and make our city a 4x4. 73% usable. So that gives us a little road up on this area. So trying to think. Definitely want to bring we have our road going up through there, and I'm gonna need a road that goes up through here as well to tap into this area. And then this guy can tap into here, and this can all become part of the city. So maybe we want to make this another big road, and this a big road. So let's see. I don't like that. Bring this in like this for now. And we can bring this one in. And that road across just like that. Should be good for now. And then, how do we want to do this? Could run roads like this as well. That looks like it should be good. Bring our water line up through there. Crossed. We're gonna get lucky. I don't think we are. No, just about. Make this all through here. We can make this high residential, and we'll put in some small residential around the corner. We can always rezone this later on. We'll see how this ends up building up, and if we need to change it, which I think we probably will, we can do that later on. So let's just hit the play button, let this play out, have all these people move in. Now the other thing that we're doing with all these people over here, we are kind of building its own separate community from this side, because we have shopping, and we have a lot of shopping for people, a lot of homes for people to live in, and a lot of places to work in the industries as well as the shops, where this side also has a very similar, feel like a little bit of working space right here, and then a little bit of shopping along with it. The main issue is I don't want to overload this road. We do have the 8-lane available later on, and even here I think I'm going to fix this because we have a lot of intersections. So maybe we'll run the rest of these roads like through this way and just have a couple of on sections for these people, because this is a lot of intersections for traffic to start building up, even though it is just low residential area. So here you can see we have a lot of trucks getting stuck. So we want to turn these street lights off. They don't have any street lights. No street lights, no street lights. They can all get onto that roundabout. We do have a lot of people crossing the street. So that way, you know, this will work its way out. We have a lot of people over here. They're all trying to get to this bus stop. So we might, oh, there's a bus stop right there as well. We're gonna have to figure this out, because I can block this people from crossing right here, but then they're gonna cross here, here, and then here to get to the other side. So we're gonna need to put in a metro over on this side of town, and this isn't bad yet, but like I said, as we get this other industry built over here, especially if we continue the farmland down, it's going to cause for a lot of traffic, as you can see. So I'm thinking we're going to have to bring in a highway over on this side. Maybe bring a highway in over here and pull it down along the side, so that way we can get some on and off ramps for these for these heavy vehicles to work their way through. Because as you can see, they're all trucks going through here, and it looks like our roundabout is getting very flooded. Here is a very quick way we can fix this. Hey there, Pipes. Thank you very much for jumping in the chat, the video. Really appreciate that sub. Make sure to drop a comment in there. Let me know what you think's going on and put a little input in there. See what we can do. So, all right, so we got traffic backing up. We have houses. Why are they? They want to go straight, and they're all turning on right here. So this is where we have for issues. So let's get this. You have to turn here. You have to turn here. And you also have to turn into that lane. At 7,500, it's great. See if we can get this figured out. You have to turn. You have to turn. You go straight. You go straight. You turn. You turn. You can kind of do whatever. So let's see, we need to do that on this intersection as well. You go straight. You go straight. You can turn. You can turn. You can also go straight. Let's see if we can do that one over here and get this traffic flowing a little bit better. You turn. You turn. You go straight. You go straight. You turn. You turn. And you also turn into that lane. Here we have the same issue. Well, it's not really an issue. You can turn. You can turn. You can go straight and you can turn. These guys can also go straight through here. And we don't have to worry because this is the one way they can't turn onto here, so we don't have to worry about that. And here as well. You got to go straight. You have to go straight. You have to go straight. You have to merge. 1, 2. And these guys can they can choose whichever road they want. Alright, so where is all this congestion getting built up? This one. So we want this third lane to be able to turn in there as well. See if we can get this traffic all sorted out. We need to de-zone this area, so we don't want cars coming in and out. Get those people out of here. Now we're starting to get backed up. It's with people crossing the goddamn street. So, no crossing, no crossing. Go, go. You go. You go. And then we're going to make these guys yield, those guys yield, and go straight. We have going on here, same thing. You yield, you go. And we'll also give them priority. Alright, so here we have our first traffic issue. A lot of cars trying to get into the city, a lot of people moving into these new houses, and overall just some ugly traffic. If you remember right, we were at 86, we've dropped down to 75, and as you can see, this is our issue. Our roundabout just can't quite handle the amount of traffic that needs to come into the city by itself. So we're getting a lot of issue here. So we can put in a little slip lane. We can bring that in just like that. And this one as well. Should get a little bit more of that traffic onto our main road. And they are getting very backed up. A lot of people. So we need to get that metro in. So why don't we stop with this for now? We'll get this traffic situated. And what we're going to need to do is bring in another access to the city off of the road or off of the highway. Because everyone's coming in and out of this one intersection, and the city just can't. It's gotten to the point where the traffic is too much for it to be able to handle. So since we're expanding out this way, we'll tap into that part of the highway. But we have city trains and we have metros, and I want to get a couple of metros built first. So let's put a metro right here on this part of the city. We do have our area over here, so put another metro over there. Maybe we want to put one in right here. No, that's kind of a stupid spot to put one. We'll change that. So we have some more commercial going on over here, so let's go ahead and put a metro in over here. And we'll also put one close to a bus stop. I'm going to take a farm out. That's alright. We'll put one in right there. So I'm going to unselect this, unselect that, and we're just going to move this because we want to put it say right there next to the bus station. That looks good. And we're going to want to be able to curve this road, say like this. Have that snap. We can tap into this part of the network later on. Run this. I have to run it like this. Well, that worked out pretty nice. Bring this in like so and connect it up. Now we have a nice little metro going on. Put 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, 4, 5, return it back. And we're also going to run this same track but in the opposite direction, take advantage of that second railway underground, get maximum amount of transportation around the city. This is going to allow people who live over here to very quickly get to the work zone and then possibly take a bus around here to get to a certain location. It's going to allow people who live over here or over here to get to the higher density shopping areas, and it's also going to allow our lower residential area over here to say maybe they have a job over here or not, they can jump over here, walk quickly to one of the bus stops, and then get anywhere in the city within here without needing to take their car, which is going to help take away some of that traffic on the road. I'd also like to get a trainway going on through here. I don't have any connection to outside city. We could do it by transportation. We could run a little train down here, up around to this side, and this would give train access. And we could also maybe wrap it around the side of this mountain and bring it down through here into our city that we're going to build over here. But that will be for another time. I want to try and think of... This is what I'm thinking. What if we take this road, we'll leave that, we connect it like this, and then we also connect it, say like that, and let's take out that intersection, and this intersection, that intersection, and this intersection. And then we can just connect it like so, like that. Give a little bit more breathing room in here for these cars to be able to work their way through. Less spots for pedestrians to cross. And it will allow... So we could even do the same thing right here if we go like this. And then like that. Then we can get rid of this intersection. And... we can move this one over here. We can go just like so. And I forgot we want to make these a 2-lane. Now you see we could potentially just make this a 1-way, and they can turn off here. And they can also go down here around. I think let's do that. Let's make this a 4-way, 1-way. Just like that. And then these people can turn off and get back to wherever they need to. They can cross. These people are very easy access. So I think that will work out well. We do have what is it? We have a bus stop there. That shouldn't be affected too bad. But why don't we just play this out, see what happens with some of this traffic. So we have a little issue right here. All these cars just want to do this. So let's click on here. So lane 1 can only turn. So I'm a little confused. Lane 2 can only go straight, and this car can only go straight. But I'm trying to figure out what it is. We want to turn that off. I just want to see the... What's going through? We have private vehicles. Okay, that's a lot better. That's more manageable. There's a lot of people still crossing these intersections. It looks like, oh, we have some dead people here. So we're still getting back up. Let's see. So everyone's coming up on there. And they're all heading down here. Getting into this area. But then we have all the traffic. So here's what I think that we might have to do. Jump in here into our roads. Get a three-way. Get 12 feet off. 40 units out. And we can just we want to stay 40 units away. Like so. Let's get into our intersections here. We do a nice little three-way intersection. Just like this. Right on through here. Take it through. So let's pause the game. I'm gonna do a little demo work. And we'll take out our nice little three-way. Bring it right through there. And we can move this on. We can move this later if we need to. Oh yeah, I forgot to raise this part of the road. So take this all out. Easily fixable, but really annoying. Alright, intersections. What else do we have for three-way intersections? Don't think I really like any of those. So we'll just use this one. Should be good right there. So, let's see. We'll have to demo a little bit more of our road. I think that that looks good. We'll take out that part of the highway. And, well, yeah, we're definitely gonna want some noise cancellation. Can always go back and fix this little issue right here with the spacing. For now, though, I like the way it is. We'll come back later and we'll raise this up as well. But we want to be able... Let's see. Oh, we don't have enough money. We can fix that real quick, though, with a $60,000 loan that we can pay off in 5 minutes from now. So we'll get this little highway built in here. I'm thinking kind of like so. And say just like that. Bring in our other part of our road like so. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of tweak this a little bit. I'm thinking that we can just kind of pull all of this in a little bit closer. Get this whole little area a little bit more smoothed out. Tad bit less of that. We can pull this out a little bit. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. We might have to... That looks better. Bring that in and that one out. No, I still don't like that. Try and keep that straight. This one's straight. Definitely sitting a tad bit taller. That's going to be an issue. So we'll fix that. So that means we're gonna have to, I wish there was a way. Can I just... Ah, I can. Look at that. Huh. Oh no. And we can do the same thing with this one. Can work for now. Tell me how high. Why don't I have... I can't tell how tall we're sitting. Alright, we're just going to do this. Slope too steep. I don't believe that it is too steep. Hey, maybe it is. I don't know anything about engineering or... Really, I really don't know anything at all. So why don't we do that? There we go. We did something. We finally did it, people. 10,000. I'm not going to have enough money to complete this, which is kind of a bummer. I guess we could take another loan out, or we could just hit play, but that traffic is really bad. So I'm thinking we'll just take another little hot student loan out and get this fixed up. So that way everything's good to go. We want to try and keep that spacing in between there. Are we keeping... Yep, 24. I don't think we need to be 24 off the ground. So that's 9 meters, 6, 3, 3 meters, 6, 9. I mean, 21. What the hell? Why not 21? Not enough money. All right, that's fine actually, because we don't need it to go quite that far. Now we need to fix our lines here. And we can always come back, fix this highway if we want to put it somewhere else. Make that a little like a clover leaf or whatever. We can do that later on. Now we're going to want to do our highway on-ramp. Okay, I'm just going to hit the play button to get a little bit of money here because I don't have anything to play with. We just used 80 grand on this highway, mainly because I messed up 2 or 3 times, but nonetheless, we'll get this money in here. Look at that. Very nice. Really, the other thing that we could do... Now, I want to have access on here. Like so. Just like that. This is going to help our traffic in here. And then even out of here. Now this is what we can do. Now we're getting close to our hour time limit. So I just want to see if we can do this to keep some of these trucks from going in and out of here. We're going to create a district. And we can't put it there because it's on the highway. We can put it right here. And that's going to be just enough to keep them all off of these roads. We're going to go into our Cedar Square, policies, city planning, heavy traffic ban. So that's going to free up a lot of those trucks from coming up here, and it's going to force them onto the highway. We have a nice little on-ramp to the city over here. And let's see, what do we have going on? We have a lot of people trying to turn into these areas. We got our three-way, one-way. Why don't we just go ahead, turn this traffic light off, turn that traffic light off, turn this traffic light off. We have traffic lights up here. No, we don't. Pretty quiet up in this area, actually. Honestly, we can't quite say we need this one. Can't quite say that we need this one as well, but we have it set for a one-way, so there isn't any traffic coming onto the road. It looks like our traffic circle here is beginning to clear up. Let's take a look at that. We're back up to 86%. We have a little bit of traffic issue here that we can we'll work on in our episode 4 to get this little area. Even though this area is not bad, there's just traffic being used at bus stop right there. Got a little bit of traffic right here, so maybe we can turn this into a 3-way or into a 4-way or a... Yeah, we'll have to do something with this. There's a lot of traffic going through here, but it's all flowing nice, so this is just something that could potentially become a future issue. This seems to be doing fine. Maybe we can upgrade this to a highway grade road or figure something out, maybe increase the speed limit right off when you get off, so that way you don't have to slow down quite as much. And we'll need to upgrade this road going through here into it and fix our intersection there. Everything up here is looking good. Maybe we can... I think I can think of a way to fix this, but it's not really a big deal right now. So we'll tap in, like I said, we'll tap into a few of those issues here in the 4th episode. We'll fix this, make it a bigger road, bring it all the way through here, since we're gonna have a back road that's gonna head up into this area. We'll fix up the highway, we'll move it around a little bit, so that way it's fitting nice. But yeah, it's looking like it's doing its job. We got our trucks going on and off since we put that little district over here that says we can't have trucks moving through, so they can work their way around the city, come in off this ramp instead of this ramp, work their way over, come off, make their deliveries, pick everything up, make their deliveries through here, get back on the ramp, and then if they have to, take the highway back through here to be able to get into this area. We'll put another highway in going through this area, so that way we can get down into our oil well industry, and that this side of town has access to the interstate as well. So until then, guys, thank you very much for checking out episode 3. Remember to go check out the channel out. We got a lot of great content up there. Leave a like and a comment on anything you see. Leave a comment for anything you'd like to see, and we'll catch you back here in episode 4.